All right, good morning. It is time for After 9 on this Wednesday morning. It is Bell Let's Talk Day, and it's Mike and Lisa from AM800, our social media show, After 9, now officially lifted off.
Oh, wow. We're underway.
We are nicely underway, yes.
Yeah. How are you doing today?
All good, yeah. Sun's shining. It's freezing out, though.
Did you go for your little walkie poo?
No. Lulu went to work with Kelly today, so they went for the early walk, and now no Lulu today.
Oh.
No.
Oh. Okay.
It's very lonely without that. Very, very different feel in the house with that little 12-pound Yorkie around. It's amazing.
We talked about that a little bit this morning, didn't we, on our show? Because today is Bell Let's Talk Day, and we were talking about the power that animals have on mental health. And you even see it when you have those dogs that go around to the hospitals and retirement homes, that kind of thing, nursing homes, to visit with the residents or the patients, and how much joy they bring to those people who might be suffering in any different way. It's almost like a stress reliever to pet an animal.
Yeah, it really is. It makes a huge difference for a lot of people. So, animals are good mental therapy. That is for sure for a lot of us. So, if you got a little one running around, cat, dog, fish, bird, whatever else, let us know. What do you got in your house that helps your mental health, animal or otherwise?
Yeah, and I think it's great. It's I've had a cat, I've had a few cats and a dog, and as much responsibility as they are, you get so much more out of it. It's just, it brings joy to the whole family, really.
Yep,
so maybe that's a
absolutely.
solution for if you're having, some mental health difficulties, and it's Bell Let's Talk Day, so we've been focusing on that a lot today. Maybe an animal is where it's at. Adopt an animal.
Yeah.
A bunny even, yes, Karen.
Yeah, my brother and Melissa and the boys, they got 2 rescue rabbits around their house.
Haven't they been rabbit people forever?
Yeah, they had one a long time ago. I think, long time with Emma, and now they got 2 more. So, and Melissa, just on the weekend when we were over there, had to rush out. There was a rabbit emergency. A rabbit was found in the wild. People just let him go. So she's part of an organization that rounds them up. And, once you have an animal that's an indoor animal, indoor pet, to throw them into the wild is not a good thing.
They won't survive.
No. So
their instincts, or as some people say, their instinct. Their instinct isn't there.
Yeah, exactly. Diana, she has 3 cats. Wow, that's a house full. Wendy, Jack Russell, 11 years old, doesn't help every day. I guess
Jack Russells are a handful.
They are a handful. They are very hyper. But maybe now that her Jack Russell's turning 11, maybe he's calmed down a little bit, in his senior years.
I doubt it. I think they're very active dogs until the day they die. 2 St. Bernards. Wow.
Big dogs.
And a 21-year-old cat. My cat was close to 21 too when he died years ago. Cats live forever.
Yeah, they do.
A lot
for
of
the
them
most
anyway.
part. Yeah, absolutely. So, all right. So there you go. Wendy, still a wild child, that Jack Russell, apparently. Ann says, oh my God, I love dogs so much. They make me so relaxed. I'm with you, Ann. Yep, absolutely. For sure. Okay, so it is Bell Let's Talk Day. So everybody, check yourself. Give yourself a mental health. What's stressing you out? What's bothering you maybe these days? And maybe reach out to someone else. Check how they're doing. And other family, other friends, coworkers, whatever it might be.
Yeah. And try and focus on what makes you happy. I was reading recently a study. And according to social psychologists, Michael, there are 3 main things that make people happy. Can you guess what those might be?
I'll go 3 main things. Family, pets, and their job. Any of them?
yeah,
Wordle me
kind of.
this. Any green squares on that?
Wordle. Close relationships. So I guess, yes, that's family, but you don't necessarily have, because they're family, they're not always close, right? Close relationships make people happy. A job and or a pastime that you love. So
Okay.
maybe it's a volunteer position, and helping others. So it's interesting to note that materialism is not there. Money does not play a part. So think about a time when you felt particularly happy. Like, what was it that made you happy? Was it because you had loved ones near? Was it because you were surrounded by, nature? Maybe you just accomplished something important, or were you happy because you had lots of money? So, many people really don't know what makes them happy, but they think they know the answer, but they really don't. So, psychological research on happiness, they delved into this, and they kind of identified the things that people have in common and the things that make people happy. So I think it's interesting that money isn't there. I mean, we all think, well, if I only, made this much money, if I only won the lottery, then I'd be super happy.
Yeah.
And if you don't have any money, it's easy to believe that, money will make you happy. But apparently that ain't the truth. You're not
Yeah,
missing out.
and I think we've talked about those different studies and surveys out there that say, once you have enough for the basics, for shelter and food and clothing and whatever else, that after that it's all gravy, right? It doesn't necessarily mean you are going to be any happier if you have tons of money.
Even further to that, they found that if you focus on money and you focus on material things, it can make you unhappy. Like if you put a lot of emphasis on money and things, it's proven that those people aren't as happy as non-materialistic people, because you take the pressure off, right? Like, oh,
Yep.
well.
It's a good point. It's a good point. So, yeah, a lot of response on this. Diana says helping others in close relationships. That is a good way to feel healthy. Jacinta, I love gifts. The joy on the recipient's face
Yes.
makes
Yes,
me happy.
Jacinta. I totally agree. At Christmas time, or whenever, it's just, you get so much more out of giving and watching the reaction or helping somebody or whatever, getting them that perfect gift that is going to make them happy or whatever.
Yep.
I totally agree.
Yep, absolutely. That is true. And as you get older, I mean, you appreciate that a little bit more. The giving instead of getting type thing does make you happier. I never believed it when I was younger, but I do I do now. Like, I was more excited for Kelly's birthday than my own. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, to put the balloons up and the signs and all my Lego birthday plates and all that stuff for Kelly on the last weekend. So. But is it challenging? Kimberly says, I love shopping for people at Christmas. That can be stressful, too, because, like, what do I get them? What do I get them? What do I get them? And I think we put too much stress on that on ourselves sometimes about I just don't want to get them a gift card. I think people just appreciate getting something, right? Oh, it's nice that you remembered me and that you got me something. And then if the gift's even like a perfect gift, then it's even better.
Yeah, and you know what? It seems that the trend these days is to, if it's not something tangible, that experiences can go a long way. And there's like almost a trend to think of something creative that you can do together with that person, or give that person an experience.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, some kind of experience, a trip or a fancy dinner, and it doesn't have to cost you a lot of money. You could make the experience yourself at home, right?
Or cooking lessons, or you always want to skydive. Here, I got you this certificate to go, skydiving, or I got you an experience or tickets to the zoo, or you know what I mean? Like, I think that's kind of cool and different.
Yep,
Ah, I wish
absolutely.
Christmas was here already.
Yeah, yeah. You got to wait ways to watch. Do you have like a happy place? Like, okay, like, you just feel so content when you're doing this or you're at this place or whatever.
My bed,
Your bed,
honestly.
that's good too. Yeah.
When I crawl into bed at the end of the day, I have my routine. I'm in my comfy pajamas. I get under my comfy comforter, my duvet. I got my phone. I got my drink beside my night lights on. I got the remote. I get
Yep.
to watch like some stupid mindless program before I go to bed. No one's bugging me because I go to bed earlier than everybody else, right? So
Sure.
I have my face all washed. I've got my lotions and potions on. I know I'm doing something good for myself. Get in bed and then you just wait for sleep to happen, which,
Yep.
you know,
That is
isn't a whole
good.
lot. Yeah.
Washing rocks in your yard, right? You've talked about that before. That's kind of like your happy place too.
Yeah, doing something kind of menial. You don't have to use your brain at all, you know. And there was that one experience, and I haven't done it since, but we had to wash some of the landscape rocks that we put along the edge of our fence between our
Yeah.
fence and then the fence we had to replace the fence, so then all the little pebbles, the beach rock that we have there got dirty. So, you could hose it down, or like I chose to do, I would take handfuls of rocks, put them in a bucket of water. But the day that I did it was a beautiful late spring day. The
Mm.
temperature was perfect. The birds were chirping. It was such a relaxing day. I was sitting down on a little stool, washing rocks, and I thought to myself, oh, I am loving this. And I remember saying to Craig, you think I could make a career out of this somehow?
Yeah.
Like, somehow, some way. But, all the stars have to align. I have to have had enough sleep. I have to be in a good mood. The
Okay.
temperature has to be
Yeah.
perfect. No
Weather. Yep.
bugs, all of that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that made me happy that day. Something you
Okay.
remind me of all the time.
Yes, it just always stands out how much you enjoy that because, like, I'm like that too. When I'm doing yard work and I'm out there in the afternoon, whether it be a weekend or even during the week, because even though we get up early, if you suck it up, you can get out there and do stuff on a nice day. Or if I'm working on one of my projects around the house, installing a floor, painting, or whatever,
Yep.
have the radio on, have AM800 on, or have some music on, and like that's my happy place. And I can't believe how fast time goes by when I do stuff like that. Oh my God, it's 5 o'clock already.
Yes. I like sitting, and all these experiences make me sound pretty lazy, but I like sitting on my back deck doing a crossword puzzle with nobody bothering me, no TV on, and I like silence. I don't know why I like silence so much. It's like when I'm in my car driving, and it's like, in the evening we're going to somebody's house for dinner or whatever, and Craig's starting to, get in the mood, and he's got the
Yeah.
music cranked or whatever. I'm like, oh, please, 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 let's just listen to the silence. Isn't it wonderful?
Yes. Yeah, there
It's
is
wonderful.
something about that, with, I don't know if you call it silence, but the peaceful noises of nothing in a way, like the birds chirping, the breeze rustling the leaves type thing. Like that is a nice feeling.
But reality sets in, right? It's months like these that we're in now, January, February, on Bell Let's Talk Day, we're talking about mental health. And these are the months when it's tough, when people can't get out. COVID, we're kind of locked in. We haven't seen friends and family that we want to. Maybe we haven't traveled the way we want to. And, you can't get outside. Maybe you don't exercise as much. And everything seems to be heavy. And for a
Mm.
lot of people, that's an issue. And I hope that if people need help, they reach out. But I get the feeling that when you're in it, and you're in that mode, maybe you don't think what you're going through is bad enough to talk to somebody about.
Yeah.
or is important enough to make a phone call. You know what I mean? So maybe it does take somebody else, like a friend or a relative or whatever, to say, hey, you know what? You need to get out of this, whatever it is you're in or whatever's going on there. You need to snap out of it somehow. And I want to help you do that. I want you to talk to me. Here's a phone number, make a phone call and get the help you need. And, saying snap out of it probably isn't the right term because
No.
it isn't that simple for a lot of people.
No, it's not.
And I get that.
It's chemical related, maybe. Maybe you need medication. Maybe you need therapy of some sort. There are a lot of people that, they can't snap out of it by, washing rocks or listening to the breeze or whatever. I mean, that's what this is about. We hear about it all the time, people in terrible situations. And, the help is out there. So make sure you get help.
Yeah. You're right, Stephen. Sit in the backyard, reading, listening to music. Jacinta likes the silence too, and says it creeps her out. She needs some noise.
Yeah, absolutely. A little noise, that's okay. Maybe you do need a little something going on at your place. Okay, let's switch topics now.
One second.
Yeah.
Jason brings up a good point. Our After 9 family. Yes.
Yeah.
Right? We're a tight little group here, everybody who participates and
Absolutely.
tunes in every day. If anybody ever has an issue that you want to bring up, we are all here.
We're all here. A little group therapy.
You. Yes.
On After
Thanks,
9.
Jason. Yes.
Or reach out to us personally, email us or something. We'll help you find the help that you need. And yes, Jason is like one of like the first cousin of the After 9 family. He's here every day. So is Kimberly and Jacinta and Ann and Steven and all these people. So it's a little After 9 family. Share it. Let's grow our family. We like that too. Now, if I can change topics.
Yeah.
You talk about gifts and stuff like that and what to buy for people. Brand Dead here in Windsor has some really cool items, and we've talked about them before. A lot of T-shirts and stuff from the past. They're called Brand Dead basically because these brands that were well-known in this area are now dead, basically. They're not around. So, for an example, N&D or Beaver Lumber. Or, Wheels Roller Rink and stuff like that. They got a great website. You can go to brand-dead.com and you can see it for yourself. Here's some of the items they have. And I just ordered another shirt from them because I think their stuff is so cool. A&P, you got Jumbo Video.
Yep.
All that stuff. So I just
got
mine yesterday. And a lot of people might not remember this and think, well, is there a mistake with this shirt?
Wait, cancel out the other one so we can see this up close.
Oh, okay. Hang on a sec. So there's their website. I'll post it in a minute as well. So we'll stop that. We'll bring this back. So here's the shirt I got.
See.
You might think, well, what's wrong with that shirt? It is a London Tigers shirt. London Tigers. And you're like, well, that's the Detroit Tigers symbol. Normally it would say Detroit up top and the Tigers in the bottom. Well, in the late 80s, early 90s, there were the London Tigers. They were a minor league affiliate of the Detroit Tigers just up the road in London, where the players that were not quite ready for the major leagues, they would play in London, Ontario, known as the London Tigers. Yeah, I think it was from 89 to 93.
Wow.
So they were there, and they had this shirt on Brand Dead because they moved to Erie, Pennsylvania, so they're no longer the London Tigers. They're now the Erie Seawolves. But I thought it was a pretty cool shirt to have that old symbol. It was, obviously looked exactly like the Tiger one. Got my London Tigers. Woo.
That's great, and I love that it's a concert jersey type shirt.
Yeah, I like those 3/4 sleeve.
Me too. Yeah,
shirts,
me too.
So that's why I ordered one of those from Brand Dead, and then I found they put a little extra thing in my package. If you remember this, me and Dog want you to go to Telegraph Road right now. Get a good deal. A little pin of the like the cowboy and his dog from that old Detroit TV commercial.
Here, dog. Come on, dog.
Everybody remembers how brilliant was that commercial that we can still remember it 30 years later. I don't think it still airs.
I love it.
Yeah. Outstanding. I mean, there were so many great commercials back then on Detroit TV, particularly on the Channel 20 and Channel 50s of the world.
Oh, my gosh, yeah. I like the what was it? What were they called? The public something messages. It was the United States, like I'm just a bill, and what were some of the other ones? You remember those?
No, I don't remember that one. I'm just a bill. What was that
I'm
about?
just a bill. Yes, I'm only a bill, and I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill.
Oh, okay. Now I do. When you sang the little tune there, the little jingle, I think I do remember that.
What were those? It's a series of.
Is that Schoolhouse Rock?
That's it. Thank
Yeah.
you.
I just looked it up.
Thank you, Kimberly.
On the YouTube, they have a bunch of them posted there.
Okay, Michael. I
Yes.
hate to do this to everybody. I got to cut it short
Oh,
because I have the cleaners coming in.
the cleaner's coming in.
To-
Okay.
Clean the house, and they haven't been here since before Christmas, so
Oh,
you can
dirt.
just imagine the work that they've got ahead of them.
Yeah.
But I've been cleaning for the cleaners since Monday, so
All
that's what I
right.
do.
So, yeah, Cleaners Day, Bell Let's Talk Day. Enjoy it, everyone. We'll be back here tomorrow. Everybody meet around 9:30, 9:45 in that time period. We'll do it live. If you don't catch it live, it's on our blog page at AM800CKLW.com.
Bye, everybody. Happy Bell Let's Talk Day.